Who doesn't love citrus fragrances? Well, I've got 3 new citrus fragrances here for you today from the house of Perris Monte Carlo. This is from their Italy collection, and we've got Cedro Di Diamante, this one right here. I've also got Mandarino de Sicilia, this one right here, and the last one is Bergamotto de Calabria, this one right here. I'm also going to tell you about an event this coming Friday at Neiman Marcus with one of the people behind Perris Monte Carlo, GianLuca Perris, will be here. And last but not least, one of these 3 fragrances, we're doing a giveaway of your choice to one lucky subscriber of this channel from the USA. So please stay tuned. Thanks so much for tuning in. This is Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. If this is your first time on this channel and you love watching fragrance reviews, finding out about new fragrances, discovering new brands, participating in giveaways, and still haven't subscribed to the channel, please click the subscribe button below and also click the bell so that you'll be notified for future videos and giveaways. So yes, Perris Monte Carlo just launched the Italy collection with 3 fragrances: Cedro Di Diamante, Mandarino de Sicilia, and Bergamotto de Calabria. These 3 fragrances I previewed at Exxon's back in April in Milan, and I really fell in love with 3 of them. I love citrus fragrances to begin with. Italy and the Mediterranean all go hand in hand, and since I'm from the Mediterranean as well, I really love anything citrusy. And since we have some time in summer left for you to enjoy citrus fragrances, I wanted to do this video to announce the launch of these fragrances at Neiman Marcus, and they will be carried at Neiman Marcus, of course, and also the event with GianLuca Perris, who will be here in San Francisco. And there are 2 sessions that he'll be doing a master class with these 3 fragrances, a 12 p.m. on Friday and also a 2 p.m. So if you're in the area or close by and you want to come by and do the masterclass with GianLuca Perris of Perris Monte Carlo, there will be a phone number to Neiman Marcus in the info box. You can make a call and make your appointment to go. So they're going to preview the fragrances there. I'm sure he'll bring some raw materials as well. I actually did one several years ago, or maybe 2 years ago, with Elisabetta Perris of Perris Monte Carlo, and we also did a video together. You probably saw it. If you haven't, please catch that. We're going to start off with the first one, Cedro Di Diamante, and this one is all about citruses. So what I like about Cedro Di Diamante is the fact that it's very, very citrusy. It's very, very juicy, but there's a sweetness as well. So you've got the notes of yuzu, lime, lemon, and lemongrass at the top. So it's a big blast of juicy citruses, and all kinds of citruses, because the yuzu goes a little grapefruit direction. The lime is, of course, a little kind of minty or herbaceous kind of smelling a little bit to me. And then lemons, of course, are just, you know, lemons, tart, sour. And then you also have the lemongrass note here. It's quite delectable with the top notes here. Then the pink pepper comes in, and then you get this little spiciness. There's ginger, there's cardamom, and then a few other spicy notes. And what happens with the Cedro Di Diamante is it dries down to oak mossy, slightly powdery, musky fragrance with the iris and oak moss and musk notes. So this one actually I really liked when I first smelled it, and this one actually reminds me of limoncello. I don't know if you've ever had limoncello. So limoncello has this sweetness to it. It is definitely alcoholic, but it's not necessarily like boozy. It doesn't come off boozy. It's more about the lemon. It's very lemony, but sweet. So just imagine crushing a bunch of lemons and squeezing out the pits and everything into a cup, and, you know, putting sugar in it. Sugar and lemons, really, really great combo, and that's what I get with this. It's not overly sweet, don't get me wrong. There's not a lot of sweetness to it, but it just kind of reminds me of limoncello. So this is a great release from the Italy collection from Perris Monte Carlo, Cedro Di Diamante. Check it out, you might like it. And if you're a fan of citrus fragrances like me, you'll probably appreciate this one, so check it out. Up next is Mandarino de Sicilia, this one right here. So this one is a great mandarin, so good. Another one that's from the same collection, and for notes here, what you've got are mandarin orange, bitter oranges, orange, and petitgrain at the top. So you've got a variety of different styles of oranges, including the mandarin orange, but the bitter orange note I've been really falling in love with, and I've been seeing it pop up, at least the fragrances, the citrus fragrances that I've been acquiring or buying myself. I've been noticing the bitter orange note, which is truly beautiful. Then you also have this greenness here with that petitgrain note. So it's still orangey, but it's a bit woody. It's a little bit herbal. It's leafy. Really lovely. This is probably my favorite from the three, but a great representation of a mandarin orange fragrance. So in the heart you get some floral notes, you've got some neroli, and you also have some jasmine, and the geranium is in here as well. Juicy. Up until the heart, you're experiencing the juicy citruses of the mandarin orange. It is actually a fine balance of the mandarin orange note with the orange, or the bitter orange note. And then as the fragrance is drying down, it does get musky. There's also woody and ambery touches as well. As you can see, this is the darkest of them all, and this is the Bergamotto di Calabria, and this is the Cedro Di Diamante. But the darkest of them all, I guess it makes sense because it is mandarin orange, and the mandarin orange has the orange color. So really, really lovely. I love this one. Those of you that like those, the Tom Ford, the fragrances that are like more, the citruses and things like that, where they actually have a Mandarino fragrance in their collection as well, you're gonna really like this one. It's really, really lovely. And I've been wanting to get a really awesome mandarin orange fragrance, and this is definitely doesn't disappoint. It's a great one. So that is Mandarino de Sicilia. Last but not least, this is Bergamotto de Calabria. So this is actually such a great representation of the bergamot fragrance, or the bergamot scent. But out of the three of the fragrances, this is the most reserved. It's a subdued. Doesn't jump out as much, which for me it's fine, because sometimes you don't want fragrances to be too overwhelming, and this is definitely not overwhelming. As I said, it's a bit reserved, but you've got a big potent bergamot note in here, and it's bergamot from the Calabria region of Italy. You also have petitgrain at the top. You've got pepper, and you've also got pink pepper at the top. So you get the citruses of the bergamot and the petitgrain, but you get the peppery spiciness of the two kinds of peppers. In the heart, you've got not only neroli, but you also have orange blossom, and then you also have some jasmine here. And then in the base, you're drying down to a woody, musky, slightly vetiver iris, powdery iris. But again, this is the most reserved out of all of them. So if you like more closer to the skin kind of scents, this might be it. But then again, it might react a bit different on you. But on me, this one was the most reserved. It didn't jump out as much, but it's so juicy citrus. It's really like, as soon as you smell this fragrance, you can kind of like taste it in your mouth, the citruses and the tartness and slight bit of sweetness here. I like the fact that this also dries down to a bit vetiver, and I also love the fact that not only does it have the big bergamot note as a dominant note, because it is called Bergamotto di Calabria, but it also has orange blossom and neroli, and I love those two notes, and it works great with the bergamot. It works so great. But the fact that it has vetiver in here as well, it kind of makes it a little more masculine. Not that citrus fragrances are, feminine or anything, but that vetiver adds this like slight bit of masculinity to a fragrance, whereas sometimes floral notes like neroli and orange blossom can get a bit feminine. They're not feminine either, but here it goes a little on the masculine side. But a really great bergamot. This whole collection is awesome. Again, you got citruses here, and I love citruses, and you can't go wrong with citruses. They're perfect for summer, and they're also perfect to wear during the times when you don't want something overwhelming and you want something simplistic, and citruses tend to be more on the simplistic side of the fragrances, at least to me. But they always smell great. These are also $190 per bottle, and they're going to be available, as I said, at Neiman Marcus very soon, where the event is taking place with GianLuca Perris of Perris Monte Carlo. And as I said, if you're around, definitely stop by to learn about these three fragrances from Perris Monte Carlo's Italy collection. To recap, my favorite of the three is the Mandarino di Sicilia, and I do love Bergamotto di Calabria second, and even though I really like this Cedro Di Diamante, it reminds me of limoncello, but I still think the other two are a little more superior for me, because I like the way they smell. But everybody has different taste. You might go for the Cedro Di Diamante more than the other two, but then again, as I said, everyone has different tastes. But that's my favorites in order. And also we want to do the giveaway as well, guys. Let me know your thoughts on these three fragrances, and to participate in the giveaway, please let me know what your favorite current citrus fragrance is, and also please let me know what your favorite bergamot fragrance is, and also please let me know what your favorite mandarin orange fragrance is. You gotta put down 3 different things, and plus just state this is a USA giveaway, and also please make sure you're subscribed to the channel so that we qualify you for the giveaway. And other than that, guys, if you know Perris Monte Carlo, please put a comment down. Let me know which fragrances you like from this house. And if you own these 3 fragrances or one of these fragrances, also please let me know so that I can find out if you've sampled them or not. And go check them out at Neiman Marcus as soon as they put them out. I think they're out already. If you do get to sample them, please come back here and let me know if you have and what your thoughts are on these 3 fragrances. Other than that, guys, please like this video, please share it, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and I'll be back with more videos very soon. Have a good one. Goodbye.